everyone. Thank you for joining me today. It is my pleasure to go over a fluff and pump leg routine. So after months of doing the really heavy weights and bulking and all of this, getting back into the high volume, high exercise, high rep type of routine, it is really kind of like a vacation. This is feeling really, really good. Just bringing the weights down about half of where they were before, doing much more sets. So like on a bulk and the power PR scheme, you're really only going for one top set, maybe two, no, one top set, maybe two working sets. The second set would be a back off set where you bring down the weight and you try to do as many reps as possible, but still with a significant amount of weight. Exercise selection is different. Don't really do leg extensions or leg curls during those heavy blocks. You're doing more like squats, lunges always, but with higher weights. Doing hack squats, you do a lot of deadlifts, Romanian deadlifts, and things of that nature where you're just trying to pile on as much weight as possible for those 4 to 6 reps, and then you back down and try to do, hopefully like 20 reps with very high weight. It's very exhausting, but it's very productive as far as increasing your strength thresholds. Well, went there, did that. Now enjoying these 3 months of fluff and pump. Can't really say it's that easy, but it is a change of pace. Anyways, let's go over it. So as usual, we start off with the walking lunges. These are scrupulously observed. The walking lunge is one of the most beneficial exercises, period. It helps with your balance, your stride, your posture, your hip flexion, which most people neglect. Most people in modern society, either they're sitting down or their lifestyles do not include squatting down to the floor, bending down, bending maybe, but not like squatting, and especially not flexing their hips. This is very important. Hip flexion is part of it's like the central part of your body, for God's sake, more than any other body part. You should be taking care of your glutes, your hams, your hips. So this is what we do with the walking lunge. All this is preparation for our big working sets of squats. So we do 5 sets now. It's not like 2 or 3. 5 sets. They're easy. They're doable. Just got to do them. And maximum rest period is like 2 minutes for these like major muscles. When you get down to isolation, it's just like 30 seconds, a minute, just banging out these suckers, 10, 12 reps. With the walking lunges, we're doing 40 reps. 20 one way, 20, back down. Just trying to get in that work volume. Abdominal training. Never, ever neglect the abdominal training. Regardless of anybody says that say, well, the abs are made in the kitchen. Bullshit. They're revealed in the kitchen. You still got to train them if you want to have visible blocky abs. Blocky isn't the word, like just visible. The abdominal muscle is a beautiful muscle. It's a beautiful muscle group. And to showcase it, you really have to develop it. You have to work it. So don't neglect the abs. Even if you're doing powerlifting and doing hardcore core type sessions, still do not neglect the abs. Well, okay, from there, what else did we do with now the squat, the king of the session. Left it for last. Now, why would you leave a power move, a compound power move for last? Simple. Because you're already strong. So since we're not doing 400, 415, 445 pounds on the squat, we're leaving it for last because we're only working 2 plates. 225 is the starting point for this progression. Yes, we will be progressing. You always have to have progressions within your training blocks. But here we will be progressing with increased volume and increasing the weight very, very slowly. So again, 5 reps on the Smith squat. 2 plates, very easy, very doable. But when you do them in the following manner, you bang out those 8 reps with a steady cadence, always keeping the time under tension, not locking out on the top, and not stopping, just doing the squat like 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 reps. Stop, rest for 2 minutes. You can rest for 2. Don't rest for more. 2 minutes. Another set, bang out another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you got 2 sets in there. Now you're huffing, now you're puffing. It's easy, but still, it's something you have to, focus on, and it's have to get your energy up for it. It's not like walking from here to there. You still got to squat. Okay. Now the third set. Now it's challenging. Now you're thinking, shit. This is work. You still got 2 more sets to go. Fourth set and fifth set. And that accumulated work volume. With that particular weight, you're flexing all the way down, complete range of motion, time under tension, 5 sets, 8 reps. Now, our goal for the next workout, and I know I'm going to be able to do it because this one wasn't really that hard, is to do 9 reps. So our total reps for the squat is going from 40 to 45. And then from there, guess what we're doing? Yeah, 10 reps, up to 50. Now, I was thinking of going up to 12. The thing is, if you gas on your first set and if it's too challenging, your mental state will block you. You can't make things so difficult, not for every single session, because if there's too much resistance, you can't go the distance, as the song says. So you have to make things like accessible. They have to be doable up to a point until you hit your peak weeks, like your last few weeks when you're really pushing it. Then you go all out, then it can be really difficult, then you can get sick of it, and then you stop and you try it, and then you do another training block. But you leave those for the last few weeks. So I may not go up to 12 reps. Now, it takes a lot of cardio, those between, from 8 to 11, it's a change, it's a challenge. Now, go up to 12, it can be like an all-out set. But still, those are our goals. So what else did we do? The Bulgarian split, which is also very useful. I find it very posture-wise and kinetic-wise, it's a very useful exercise. I think I'm going to have to use some significant weight on it. It just feels a little too easy, even if I have all the pressure on just one leg. Supporting the chair on the back with the other leg just seems to make it too easy. So I'm going to have to put some weight on that, or just stick with the walking lunges. What the heck? What else did we do for the session? No, that was basically it. Just the leg routine, the abdominals. I included the hyperextension and the reverse hyperextension. Now, the hyperextension that I did was just like the most common one, where you're just lifting the torso and using, staying parallel. Now, that particular machine that I was doing it on, the purpose is to flex your quad, your hams, and actually levitate your body. You're curling your body with your hamstrings. And I couldn't do that because I would have pulled my ham. I mean, I'm coming off a tear from my ham like 5 weeks ago. And it's getting much stronger. I can back to lifting heavy weights on the leg curl. But I didn't want to push my luck. So I just did a normal hyperextension. The reverse hyperextension. I don't have a machine where I live like the Louis Armstrong Westside barbell machine, where you're actually putting weight on your legs, and you're doing the reverse thing where you're actually lifting with your lower back, you're lifting with your glutes. It's an awesome exercise, probably one of the best exercises in existence, but I can't put weight on it. So I just I invented a chair there, a platform, an elevated surface where I can lay down and lift my legs up, and it works. I get a pump glute. It's like the reverse kick that the ladies do when they get on all fours and kick their leg up and stuff, working the glute. And especially now that I'm on the cut. So, okay, quickly on the diet. I tapped out at 205, 206.4 was my top morning weight. I sustained 205 for several weeks. And once I decided to get on the cut, I dropped 5 pounds overnight, and today I'm down to 194. In less than 15 days. Now, I'm not hungry. I haven't really stepped on the gas as far as the diet goes. I'm eating a lot. I just cut out all the junk, all the snacks, and just eating my protein meals, which is, I'm eating 200 grams of protein a day, which is about 1.5 pounds of flesh, meat or chicken or pork, plus, an average about 5 whole eggs, maybe 6 whole eggs a day. And vegetable carbs, very little rice, very little starches, no breads, none of that. Just the protein, the vegetables, and So I'm doing an aggressive cut right now because from what I understand, you can go aggressively at first if you have significant body fat. Now, I'm not fat. I'm not 20-25% body fat. A little underneath, about 18 maybe. I need to go down to 10, 9, 8. So the first few weeks is fine. Like, I'm feeling even more energetic than when I was bulking, which should be normal until you start hitting walls. So I feel hungry, I feel weak. Then you got to start stimulating your metabolism. But okay, we're not there yet. Dropped basically 12 pounds in like 10 days. Most of it is water. It's not body fat. Most of it is water. Some of it is body fat. I can feel the where I pinch and measure, it's getting thinner. It was getting thick, like where it was like hard and thicker. And I said, I've got to stop the bulk now, or else one of these days I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be fat again. And it's like, it just kind of takes over. You don't even notice how it happens. Sometimes you're bulking, you're going up, and then, oh shit, it's out of control, your belly again, it's like spilled. You don't want that. You don't want that. It's a waste of time. It's not necessary. It builds insulin resistance. It doesn't get you stronger in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't do anything for your mind, your soul, your body to get fat. None of that. You want to avoid that. You want to stay in shape. If you're in this for the long haul, you want to make a career or a lifestyle out of getting really fit and getting really strong. You don't want to get fat. You want to stay lean and as lean as possible. Of course, you want to eat enough food that you're bulking and you're building muscle at certain periods of time. You use the food basically to fuel your workouts and to fuel those top, powerlifting type of routines. You should be in a surplus. You don't want to do those things in a deficit. You'll hurt yourself. I almost hurt myself in a surplus. I can't imagine if I was on a deficit. But now that I've changed my routine and I'm doing these high volume and including a little bit of cardio, you don't want to go too hard on the cardio. You'll build up cortisol. You'll get your estrogen high. You don't want to do like hours of cardio. 30 minutes of hard breathing is enough 3 times a week for me. You can, if you want to do 5-6, sessions a week, it's up to you. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. 3 times a week, 30 minutes max, maybe 35. And that's about it. I have to discipline myself to stop the machine because I know you will build up cortisol. It's not that you waste muscle. It's that your emphasis on energy becomes different and the priorities become different. And over time, unless that's the physique you want. But if you want like maximum muscle and ripped lean muscle, you have to stay with weights and use the cardio basically as therapy, as just your health, your breathing and your heart health. But don't take it overboard because that's not the way that you want to go. You want to be muscular, you want to be as big as possible, and so you want to use all your energy basically and use most of your calories through muscle exercise, not aerobic exercise. Anyways, that's enough on that. That's all I have to say about this subject today. There's so much to talk about, but we'll leave it at that today. God bless everybody. Until next time.
Thank you.